please. Someone flicks me a bad body. Say, oh, it's another one. It's another one, yeah. It's a full strong, yeah. Oh, it's another one. It's another one, yeah.
Good evening. Welcome to iBoxingHub. I go by the name of BIYENGE, featuring yours truly, Tre. What's good, Tre?
What's going on, cuz? Big up to the community. Thank you all for tuning in for a special Undisputed Boxing Roundup, cuz this is episode 219. So God bless you. And also, it's obviously the 20th of July. It's my sister's birthday, so I just want to use this platform to wish, my sister, happy birthday. God bless her. She's in France. So hopefully she enjoys, her trip up there. But before we get into the show properly, because I know a lot's happened, we've got a lot to discuss. Let's get into the word from our sponsors, D-Rock Clothing. Yes, people, you know the energy. So it's iBoxingHub in association with D-Rock. So make sure, people, you take advantage of the discount code, which is iBoxingHub24, and you get 40% off everything. So if you like the hoodie that I'm wearing, obviously we've got a bit of heat, head over to the website. If there's a t-shirt, shorts, anything you like in there, and you want 40% off, just head over to the description and utilize that discount code. Because we've obviously had a tremendous weekend of boxing. We obviously had the watch along done by IBH USA. So big up to Trill Dollar Bill, who hosted another block party watch along. He obviously represented IBH USA, who he is the captain of. And I just wanted to shout him out for doing a tremendous job for the community, because you got the live reaction of, what happened over the weekend. But yeah, cuz, hopefully you're well and hopefully in good spirits.
Yes, let's get down to business.
Get down. I was waiting for you to say that, man. Where do you want to start, man? Let's get down.
I want to start on the co-main event. It was a good fight. He got the victory. The question is he ready to participate with the big boys, the likes of Caballero, Zhang, Dillian White, so and so? And I'm not saying that to be disrespectful at all. No, not at all. Because obviously, look, he's come from cruiserweight. He's now a heavyweight, and he wants to challenge himself, and I rate that, respect that. But I'm saying, like, just judging from that performance there, it's like my understanding the opponent that he fought has also come up from cruiserweight, right?
Yeah, but he had that tough fight with Daniel Dubois. Remember that fight? Daniel Dubois had to come up from the canvas and get the victory, man. So he is a heavyweight who has had more experience and time in the division. So understandably, it was going to be a test. But from my understanding, I'm not kind of making any excuses for Lawrence Corley. I think he did pick up an injury in the first round. Yeah. But to continue with the game plan, did what he needed to do to get the result, and it was an ugly victory. But in football, you see a ball, maybe 1-0 victory to a team that wasn't really doing the best, but he just did what he needed to do. So I think it was just that kind of situation, man. Did what he needed to do, was injured, and got the victory, man. So I agree with you. It wasn't impressive. And I don't know if you could mix it in with the names that you mentioned.
Right. Okay, just before I go on to talk about the heavyweight, the main event, Turkey Al-Sheikh said that AJ Fury is happening next year. However, because they're both coming from a loss, they both need a warm-up fight. Now, Zhang wants to fight Fury in China, and Jake Paul, I believe, is looking to fight AJ here in the UK. Now, okay, it's all banter and that, but he can potentially hurt Jake Paul, or Jake Paul can potentially knock him out because he seems he's got a weak chin. But
Yeah.
would you say, in terms of the warm up for each opponents, Fury's probably got an advantage over AJ already because obviously he's fighting a legitimate boxer. Whereas AJ, do you think him fighting Jake Paul, would that ruin his legacy? End of the day, it's a paycheck.
Yeah, you know it is because I think AJ kind of was experimenting with these exhibition fights anyway. So you know you got this situation. I think the fight with Jake Paul would be a professional fight, but at the same time we see it as a situation where you know he is kind of stepping out from fighting big level competition and he's going down to kind of fight, you know, Jake Paul. For me, because the whole situation, I don't want to see, but big up to Lucy's fat, she's coming through. Lorena also current Bridgeweight champion as well. It is absolutely mad. I love Lucy's fats just coming through with this fats, man. And if AJ actually fights Jake Paul, that is trash. Because I don't want to see this fight. I hope it doesn't happen. And I want to see, you know, AJ Fury. Forget this tune-up stuff, man. At the end of the day, boxing is boxing. And I think you have to kind of grab the opportunity by its hands. Because we've seen in the past, you know, when you put tune-ups for AJ and Wilder, we've seen what happened in the past. That things just didn't materialize. So both guys are coming off losses. I would say just get them both in there straight away, man. Let's not waste time. Fury's obviously been out the sport for, you know, a period of time. AJ is obviously coming off, you know, an injury, coming off a loss as well. So in essence, they're both going to be in the comeback trial anyway. So why not just get in there, get your money, and, you know, the public's happy. And whatever they want to do afterwards, at least they've delivered, you know, the fight that, you know, we all want to see. I don't want this situation to be where they've missed the opportunity. Later down the line, we're like, oh, we've lost interest in it because of what's happened in both their careers, man. So let's get it on. The iron's hot. Let's get it on, man. So, yep, no more tune-ups. If they fight anyone decent, they both might lose. Because this is what I'm saying. Forget the tune-ups.
I've said that. I've said that because I think this is it now. I think that, and do you know what the beauty is as well? Because now, as of November, right, there's no more pay-per-views. Now, I know everyone's excited because, yeah, no more paying pay-per-views. Pay-per-views dead, but I believe the membership subscription fees is going to increase.
Yeah.
So there's at the moment it's like what I think it's like £20 a month. It could potentially be £30 or £40 a month.
Boy, yeah, that is.
Do you know what I mean?
That's a big increase,
but
man.
Just knowing that, you know, if we're getting an AJ Fury for free, no pay-per-view, that's amazing. The same way we're getting Canelo and Crawford for free, and there's many more to come for free. So yeah, that's the good thing. But the bad thing is that I honestly don't want a tune-up because I think a tune-up will delay things again, and it's coming to a point where I think the British public are beginning to get bored of both of them to a certain degree. I mean, look, let's put them aside. Now, let's talk about the main event. Now, I want you to break it down to me. And obviously, look, Usyk's your guy. I was backing the underdog. I had my reasons why I backed the underdog. And for those who know me on the show, I'm always backing the underdogs. You know, there's something about underdogs. I believe in them, but I'm not too sure if they believe in themselves. But, you know,
Yeah, no, because firstly, before we you know get into that, man, you obviously have to big up, you know, His Excellency and Frank Warren for putting together a tremendous card. You know, it was a Queensberry card, I would say it was that, and you know, the zone you mentioned about the, you know, the memberships, man. Just the fact that he was able to, you know, watch this is you know, a tremendous experience. The atmosphere was obviously good, and Usyk, you know, needed to, you know, put in a tremendous performance, which he did. on the night, and yeah, big up to him. He's a true great. You showed the emotion of getting that victory, cuz, and it was absolutely massive. And I'm so happy for him. You know why I'm happy for him, cuz, man? Because throughout the whole of the build up, he's humble. He didn't, disrespect the camps. The camps were trying to disrespect him by, mentioning the whole Oscars and, lying, the low blows. Cuz, in the last show, I believe, or probably a couple shows before, I did mention the canvas in the last fight, with Poland, it being raining on that day, slippery. That may have played a factor in that fight in terms of the movements. Now, at Wembley with the arena, we saw Usyk free, as in he was able to do the moves that he does, the foot movement. He was, cuz, man, the amount of things that I want to say about Usyk, man, I would need to write the book, man, but we saw the undisputed truth on the night, cuz, man, and the undisputed truth is, Usyk is an all-time great, cuz, man. We have to give this man props. I know this picture doesn't show Muhammad Ali, who's above, both of them, man, but you have to put him up there, man, because the way he's dominated the sport, cuz, and big up to the people as well who got involved in the polls, man. As you could see here, 67%, went with Usyk on our poll on our IG, and on X, 86% obviously went with Usyk to get the victory, and on our story, cuz, ended up being 100% for Usyk. So, cuz, that says enough, man. So let's give Usyk his flowers, but also, cuz, I personally want to give Daniel Dubois his flowers as well, man, because he did come back from that first initial loss, and he's been able to build himself up tremendously. And, he became a world champion in his first attempt. When you kind of look at, Frank Bruno, who we've been able to appreciate, over the years, it took him 4 times on his 4th attempt to become a champion. And Daniel Dubois done it in his first time, and he's just 27. He'll come back stronger, man. It's just unfortunate that, we had to fight, a fighter in Usyk, who for me is this generation's great, and he has to be, up there with the other fellow undisputed champions in Crawford, in a new way, Clarissa Shields. They're all, in the same bracket, but for me, Usyk has to be on top, man, just for what he's been able to achieve.
Yeah, no, totally agree with you. What went wrong yesterday, man? What went wrong? Watching the event, Triple D arrived late to his own event. It's just the same venue that had the same thing that happened to AJ. Arrived late to his event again. Don't get me wrong, I'm not using no excuses for it. You got to be in regardless. The outcome would have still been the same. I don't know. Did he have enough time to warm up? I don't know. But round one, I give round one to Triple D. I think round one, I saw something there. But after that, he seemed a bit gun shy. I don't know. He wasn't letting his hands go. He wasn't letting them go as much, because, like, look, there was a few times he had Usyk, in the corner, and it's just like I don't know. It's like he froze. But somebody said to me, like, remember when he fought AJ, that was the first time they actually fighting in a professional boxing. He beat AJ. He put on AJ. Bear in mind, he's fought Usyk already, so in the back of his mind, he knows that, well, this guy actually beat me, and this guy can beat me again. Do you know what I'm saying? So do you think that there was nerve going into this fight?
What I think is this. We need to... I do believe that played a factor, nerves, and him also knowing that Usyk's able to stop him, because he was able to stop him in that first fight. So we can't kind of brush that out of the way because of the whole low blow accusations and stuff like that. I think in the back of his mind, he knew that, Usyk can hurt me. But then at the same time, I feel just everything culminated together in terms of him being late, the communication in the corner as well. David Allen, during the Talk Sports broadcast, he mentioned that, there was the Don Charles is trying to communicate with Triple D in the corner, but then you got Stan, you know, calling for instructions, and you know, Daniel Triple D is looking for his dad. But in those situations, cause if you're a boxer, I'm not a boxer, you're not a pro boxer, but we've seen the sport enough to know that if you've got a coach, man, that coach has to be your eyes in that ring. So whatever he's saying, you got to be locked into what he's saying, because he's got your safety in his hands essentially, because he's looking at you, man. So I feel there was a disconnect in the corner. I don't know what's going to happen there, but I do hope that Don Charles isn't really kind of looked at a certain way because of, you know, the back end stuff. But ultimately, I just think that, you know, Triple D was always going to lose to Usyk. And, you know, Wembley, it's like a second home to Usyk as well, cuz, man, you saw the experience, man. You saw the atmosphere, you know, live from TV. You know, I think at one point the fans were, you know, cheering for Usyk more than the home fighter Triple D in this situation. So it was obviously interesting to see. And big up to Mr. Stars 619 doing a 619 wherever you are, man. So big up to you, my brother, man. Big up to you. Thanks for tuning in. Yeah, cuz I think it's just a culmination of things, man.
So what do you I'm trying to think, what was the game plan? Because Derek Chisora said the problem is, right, it goes, they had no game plan. The game plan for them was just body shots, you know, hit him hard. But what Derek said was, the problem is a lot of boxers struggle with southpaw boxers, yeah? Orthodox boxers, sorry, struggles with southpaw boxers. He said to get in the ring with Usyk, what you need to work on is your fitness, yeah? You need to last 12 rounds and hoping that you can beat him, do you know what I mean? Because it comes down to fitness. And because a lot of people, they struggle with the lefties, do you know what I mean? So he said they got the whole game plan wrong, because there was a stage where Usyk made. I expected to see the Daniel, the one who fought AJ. Do you know what I mean? That's the Daniel I thought like he's gonna come out, because Wembley is his hometown now. Do you know what I mean? Like, he's the Kingslayer. But then it makes me think that if he had fought Parker in Saudi, Parker could have beaten him. I don't know. It's one of them ones. It's one of them ones where, you know, you just don't know. But it's look, he's 27. You know, he's a former world champion. He's achieved what, unfortunately, many people ain't achieved, or, you know, but the division now, the heavyweight division now is getting juicy, because you've got more and more people who are now, you know, well, but they're growing in the rankings. So it'll be interesting just to see, like, who would he want to fight next? Like, if the opportunity was presented to Triple D, would he fight Joe Joyce to redeem his loss, or would he run it back with AJ?
Oh, don't know, man. But yeah, just big up to everyone in the chat, because I 100% you know, agree with you. There's a lot that Chisora said that I agree with as well. Seemed tentative. The game plan was a bit off as well. Mr. Star 619 is also saying that I'll say this, when I called it when it came to Taylor and Sonorano 3-0, and now Usyk, I'm not surprised by the outcome. 3-time undisputed champion, twice at heavyweight, once at cruiserweight. 100%, I agree with you. I don't know if there's exists a game plan that would have Dubois beat Usyk. It's true. I don't think there's a game plan, to be honest. War Parker, big up to Stay Away Then. So big up to Andrew. Big up to Sugar Ray, the brothers representing, man, and also give Joseph Parker his rightful shot already. That obviously can lead to our next kind of subject of who's next.
Yeah.
For me, if it was down to me, cuz I would want him to just retire, man. Just retire, let the rest of them kind of handle business. But obviously at the moment, Turkey, you know, one more fight. So yeah, let's go for Joseph Parker, man, as that one more fight, as a respectable last fight.
Yeah, I mean, look, yeah, Joseph Parker or Caballero, but I think it'll be Joseph Parker. But here's the thing, right? I am a bit confused on this one here. I want to know from you, from the public, and I want to know from yourself as well. Is Tyson Fury is he delusional, or does he really think he beat Usyk twice? Or is it a way where he's trying to think by doing this, I'll get opportunity to fight him again, potentially make big money, and potentially win the belts again? Because I just don't understand. Because look, Usyk has beaten all of the Brits. He's beaten Bellew, right? He's beaten Derek Chisora. He's beaten AJ twice. He's beaten Fury twice. Now he's beaten Daniel Dubois twice. So it's like, we have to put respect on this person's name. I mean, look, 2012 Olympic gold medalist, unified the cruiserweight division, unified the heavyweight division twice. We have to respect him. You know, we really have to respect him. Because at the end of the day, like, look, Usyk, in theory, like you said, he can retire now. If he wanted to, he can retire right now. He's got nothing else to prove. But I just think, I think apart from me, I feel that Fury is a sore loser. Look, everyone, and the maddest thing is, right, Usyk is undefeated. He hasn't been beaten. That's crazy. But oh, you're not even there. Yeah. So it's
yeah, agree.
It's interesting to see, you know, what's gonna happen next. Is he gonna fight Parker, or is he gonna call it a day? It'll be interesting to see.
It'll be interesting to see what happens as well.
Guys,
And
I think there's technical problems on the Tre's end. Are you back?
yeah, no, I'm here, cuz man. Obviously, I just wanted to big up Mitchell. I believe that's probably Mitchell, one of my closest friends from back in the days, man. That's over 2 decades, man. Big up to you, Mitch, man. He's obviously saying, evening, lads. Dubois tried to get on the front foot, but Usyk is just too great. Mitchell, 100% agree. He's obviously a Spurs fan and he's loving the summer right now. Bro, thanks for tuning in. Appreciate, you getting involved. I agree, Lucy, but I still think that Joseph Parker has waited long enough and has earned it against Usyk, which is fair. And if Usyk fights again, it should be Parker, no doubt, Mr. Stars. And I think Lucy obviously did say that if Usyk does fight again and sounded like he wants to, he should fight Parker. I agree with Trado. I would prefer if he called it a day. Because I would prefer if he called it a day, but I think he showed, and I think I did say it in the last show, because he had something to prove on that day, because there were a lot of doubters, man. Obviously, because you were one of those doubters, you're probably looking at that first fight and also the AJ performance that Triple D put on and thought, you know what, if he does that. But I think what we need to realize is, as like fine wine, he's just getting better and better. And with rematches as well, cuz we need to respect him, because the way him and his team tackle rematches, cuz they're undefeated, man. They've been able to, and you could look at the percentages in each of the rematches. It's been an improvement from the first one. So you saw what happened in the first fight with Dubois. Yes, we were going to call for the low blow and all that stuff, but he ended up stopping him at around round 9, right? In this fight coming around in Wembley, second fight coming around, he ended up stopping him in round 5, man. So, cuz, man, this guy, man, just Usyk, the people's champion, and cuz I'm just gassed I got to hear, that live signature song that Usyk, puts on as well. And I think he also explained the overhand as well, what it's called, the Ivan punch. Ivan, I don't know if you saw the press conference, man, but such a great man, such a humble man, and I'm just happy to see him winning. And I just hope that, he just sails off to the sunset, let the other heavyweights, fight for the title. You got Joseph Parker, for me, should be the next person in line, for any type of title shots, man. So I hope that happens next, man, in all honesty.
Yeah. Right. Just want to briefly talk about the main event. on the PBC's card. Manny Pacquiao
BBC.
and Marius Barrios.
Let's
That
take
might be an interesting one.
Yeah, man, interesting. So you saw what happened. You saw the result. Ended up being a draw, but cuz man, if only people could see the full view of this picture. Obviously, big up to Ring Magazine. He's covered like 4 different generations, man. Just the fact that he's been able to have the most fights at that venue, at that age, coming against a champion, cuz this is a world champion currently. He's been able to be at the ring for a long period of time, come back to that. And then you got Turkey talking about AJ and Fury having tune-ups when you've got Manny Pacquiao at the age of 46 coming back at the highest level. Please, man, don't talk to me about tune-ups. Not you, cuz I'm just saying in boxing, man, because what you're seeing this guy do, because cuz I thought, El Azteca, Mario Barrios, I'm a big fan of his, but maybe starstruck. Like maybe he got into that, like, I can't hit my guy. Like, he's an idol, man. Do you know what I mean? And that works in his favor.
You reckon that he was playing it easy?
Not playing it easy, cuz, man, but I know, obviously, Barrios, Keith Thurman obviously says it the best, man. Obviously, we're going to talk about, the co-main after and how Keith's involved in that, man. But he said it best from fighting him that, if Manny's still got his legs and he's still able to kind of do what he does, then, it's going to be a problem, man. But you also get the starstruck moment, man, because I'm sure as kids, they're seeing what Pacquiao's done, man. 8 division world champion, being able to move up all those weight classes, having those legendary fights, and now you're in a ring with him. I think it takes a bit of a processing in realizing who you're in a ring with sometimes, man. I personally think they get starstruck, man. Honestly didn't know that that fight card was taking place yesterday. Yeah, bro, man. This is it, man. It took place yesterday. It was a good one as well. And since Mr. Styles didn't, tune into it, because we have to obviously talk about the co-main just very briefly, man. I can't believe the Inferno has done it again, cuz, over Team Zoo, cuz he's done it again. 2-0. But this 2-0 was convincing, cuz this was like, I wasn't expecting it like this, man. But the Towering Inferno, produces again. And I think Ra called for it as well. Let's see Spence versus Fandora, AT&T Stadium, Dallas, Texas. Let's get it, man. We don't do warm-ups here, man. I think Pacquiao is kind of showing us that tune-ups should happen now. If he at 46, cuz, is able to come back and fight at that level, then I don't want to see any excuses from anyone, really, cuz. I'm just keeping it real.
It's a funny one because Marius Barrios said, like, look, he's happy to run it back again. But something tells me we might see Marius Barrios here in the UK fighting Conor Benn. Yeah. I think they might dangle the carrot in front of him. And I think, But hey, he might beat Conor Benn. I'm not saying, do you know what I mean? Because it's interesting because, look, that Manny Pacquiao that fought Marius Barrios yesterday, how would he beat Conor Benn?
What, that Pacquiao? Yeah, that he was motivated, man. He's just through experience and using the ring. I think, what we have to realize is experience does play a big factor, man. And we saw in 2 different fights in Usyk and in Pacquiao how much the experience did come into play. I know a lot of people are sort of questioning the decisions and stuff like that. Was it a draw? Pacquiao robbed and this and that. I think regardless, the victory was Pacquiao just returning to the ring at that age as a Hall of Famer, just inducted, and being able to fight at that level, man, which for me was so impressive, man. That's what truly impressed me about, Pacquiao being back, man. It wasn't really the performance. It was just the fact that he survived, against a current world champion, which I thought he was going to beat him easily, man. So, big up to you, Mitch, as well. Mitch is obviously saying, yes, my brother, 100% agree with you. Pac-Man. Yeah, he had him starstruck, man. I 100% agree with you, Mitch, man. Thanks for tuning in, my brother. Really do appreciate. I don't know about Spence Fandora. It'll be like 2.5 years off for Spence at that point. It's true.
True.
Maybe it was good, but don't you think after a beatdown that he got, Spence is my guy, people as well.
Do you know what? Fandora, right? I think him and Boots Ennis, that would be a good fight.
Yeah, I think that would be a really good fight as well, man.
That would be the next fight because honestly, I know you're saying no tune-up fights, but come on, like with Spence, yeah, I don't know what's going on.
Oh, let's go, cuz, man. Let's not do that. Yeah. Let's go, Spence.
Right, cool.
You ready? You know what it is?
If the Spence fight doesn't happen, yeah, Boots has moved up to 154, right? So let's have it. Pandora and Boots, let's have it. That'll be a tremendous fight.
I would watch it. I can't lie to you. I would watch it as well. And Lucy also mentioned as well. We have to talk about this kid, man. This kid, he just continues to do what he does and gets the stoppage again. Obviously, the time was thrown in, but against Cafu, it was it was a tremendous performance from Bam just doing what he does, getting the job done, and he's picking up belts along the way as well, man. But my question to you, cuz, is will we ever see Bam Rodriguez fight a current pound for pound fighter in exactly who I'm going to mention, cuz, man? You know him well. Anyway, man, what are you saying, cuz?
Yeah, Eddie would definitely want that fight time, but anyway, he just fights in Japan.
No,
he needs to. Well, then again, I don't know. Maybe Bam. But no, I don't know. It's just a tough one, isn't it? Do you know what?
Look at this. Lucy's facts. Look at this. Bam is 25 years old, and he's already like 4-time world champion, 2-time unified in 2 different weight classes. Yeah. I think we need to put respect in Bam's name, and I just hope this kid, just continues to do great things. And Eddie Hearn's just always in the mix, promoting these great fighters, man. So I'm using the word "great" too loosely there, but he's a really talented fighter. Yeah, he's doing his thing.
Do you know what? Bam and what's his name? The guy from Liverpool. I think what's his name? Nick Ball.
Nick Ball.
Yeah, that'd be a good fight as well.
Cause, man, I would entertain any fight Bam has in the UK, man. That would be truly tremendous as well, man. And really, it was a really good performance to see, man. Really, really good performance to see.
I need to watch it. I didn't watch it. I need to watch it. I'm gonna watch it after this. I need to watch it.
Head back, cuz, go back and watch it. It was a good graft, man. And Bam's next fight is already set. He's fighting for Nando Martinez in November. That's another unification, man. So he's picking up for the belt. Bam is way too. It's a big difference here, man. But you never know, man. As he gets older, they could, cross paths, man. Who knows, man? But Lucy is right, man. Lucy does come through the facts. He's a little bit. The size difference is key there, man. But because we've obviously had, a great, weekend. Just for me, if you were to sort of sum up which event was the best one, I know I'm kind of putting you in the spot, man, but which event was the best one? Was it Usyk Dubois? Was it, obviously you didn't watch Cafu?
But when you say event, I would say, it has to be Usyk and Dubois. The main, I wouldn't say the event. I say the main event for that. It was definitely Usyk and Dubois. Usyk. But then again, do you know what? I might have to take that back. I think I might have to go with Maris Barris and Pacquiao. Reason why I say this is because look,
it was a good card, cuz, man. You had Pitbull as well.
It was a good card. Not just that. It's like with Triple D and Usyk. Everyone knew Usyk was going to win, but we didn't expect the outcome to be like that, But we knew Usyk was going to win. But with Maris Barris and Pac-Man, we thought, oh, Barrios is gonna do the business. I wasn't expecting Pacquiao to perform like that. Pacquiao said if he had enough time in training camp, yeah, he would have definitely won. But now it's just like, oh, and he's 40, he's 46, right? So it's just like, boy, you know,
it's crazy.
Pacquiao is now, he said he ain't retiring, he said he still is. So he's probably got like another what 3-4 fights left in him. So let's make it happen. Let's see Pacquiao with Conor Ben.
No, man.
No,
I don't want to see. You know what? I can't lie to you guys, man. Like, I'm a bit hard on Ben, man, because I can't lie. I just feel that he's still got so much to do in the sport where he's kind of getting pushed through too quickly. So for me,
I hate him.
even though I don't know by some chance he's been able to, you know, get that title shot against Mario Barrios, get that fight going. If he's able to beat Barrios, then I might have a different viewpoint of him, man. Do you know what I mean? Because he's jumping the queues here. I don't think he deserves to, you know, share the ring. This is Manny Pacquiao. This is Pac-Man, the Pac-Man. This is a lot of money, man. What warrants a Conor Ben? Has he won even a British Commonwealth title? Has he won any of those at welterweight?
No.
Yeah. No, and don't get me wrong. I don't want this to kind of be clipped and me saying this about Conor. No, like I think Conor Ben is tremendously talented, man. But I just think that he needs to focus on welterweight. He's got this tremendous opportunity now to maybe bring a Barrios into the UK, have that WBC fight, win that belt, earn that recognition, so that, you know, you could have these fights against a Pacquiao. That's just for me, man. I can't lie to you. Oh, yeah. Look, even Lucy saying I was shocked on how well Pacquiao did. Yep, definitely agree. His visors, Romero and Romero, Tank. What you guys saying, man?
Romero, Tank. Well, what was that fight's happening next?
No, as in, what did you do? Pacquiao's advisor. What Lucy's saying is Pacquiao's advisor fighting Romero and Tank.
Tank. Tank. I want Tank to run it back with
Lamont Peterson.
Yeah, Romero. I don't know. I think Romero. Do you know what? Yeah, I think Pac. Yeah, I think if anything, do you know what? I think Keith Thurman and Pacquiao run it back again. They're both coming out of retirement. Well, obviously Keith, you know, he's come back, so run it back.
I can't even lie to you because the dynamics has kind of changed now, because Keith now, he's a fledged 154-pound fighter. He's obviously due now to fight, you know, the winner, which is Fundora. Yeah. So I think what Keith's gonna do is gonna push for that Fundora fight, man, because he wanted to fight Zoo. Didn't happen.
Yeah.
Fundora obviously had that fight, won that belt. So I think Keith, it's either going to be Keith versus Fundora next, or it's going to be Fundora Spence, and maybe, you know, Furman has to kind of wait in line for that situation.
Do you know Pacquiao, what? Do you know who I would like Pacquiao to fight next? Ryan Garcia.
Ryan Garcia, yeah, okay, that's interesting, man.
Ryan Garcia and Pacquiao. That's a fight that I would like to see.
That would be interesting. It would be interesting, man. And Mr. Styles 619 is obviously saying, to that point, Trey, has Conor been given the chance to fight for any of those titles at welterweight? Yeah. So I believe if you look at the WBC ranking for welterweight, Conor Ben's actually high up in that list, man, somehow. So this is where boxing kind of gets confusing, because someone that's been for a period of time jumps up the ranking. I'm not too sure, man, but it happened. So Furman was going back and forth with Jamel Charlo, so that fight could happen. So it could be, if we're going to see Spence versus Fundora, if this is just hypothetical, we could see Charlo versus. But why is no one? Cuz let me ask you this question before. I know we've kind of gone a little bit over time. Why has no one called off Murtazaliev the IBF champion at 154.
Do you know what?
He's a problem. He's a problem.
Do you know what? I think what it is, I think it comes down to money. I think people would fight somebody who's got a bigger profile than him, and knowing that they'll beat them and get paid. Whereas when it's him, I don't know. I just think sometimes I've realized it's a pattern when it comes to boxing. It's always a pattern where they'll fight everybody else. They'll fight people who are not champions, but they'll avoid a champion until when that champion has an injury or something. Then they want to fight that champion. It's just, I don't know, man. It's just the whole politics of boxing.
Yeah, look, even Murta most likely fighting Lubin in the fall. Yep, and you're right, Trey. Somehow, some way, Ben still has top 5 rankings at welterweight. Because this is the mystery of boxing. This is why you gotta love it, because it gives platforms like us a discussion to have. And that, I'll say it again, because that's in no disrespect to Ben, because Ben's in the ring, sacrificing his life, you know, earning a living, doing his thing. He's done, you know, what he's needed to do on his end. But obviously for the rankings, for the casuals looking in, they're not obviously going to understand certain bits, man. So this is where we're just like, we don't know how that's happened, but it is what it is. And it's boxing. But Ben, you know, he is a warrior. And I'm sure, you know, if he gets that fight, and I'm sure Eddie Hearn has to be looking at this and thinking,
of course,
let's get Barrios next, man. So if he wants Barrios, go take it. UK.
Of course, I'll take it, because at the end of the day, Barrios fighting Conor Ben, I guarantee you he's going to probably make a lot of money. You know, he's coming here in the UK. And, you know, and it'll be a sellout arena. I don't know what arena they're doing. It'll most probably be O2 Arena.
O2.
O2 or Wembley, not Stadium, Wembley Arena. So it'll be no. I'm not trying to be disrespectful, because not many people know Barrios like that here. Do you know what I mean? So it's more of you know, UK fans will be backing Conor Ben, you know, because obviously he's now a prize fighter. So I think, but then again, don't be fooled if he comes and does the business. But you know, it'll be interesting to see.
You're talking about Ella Sticker?
Yeah,
that's what. This is what I'm
saying. At the moment, people are saying, out of all the champions at 147, he's the weakest link, which that's kind of deep. yeah. So,
do you think Pacquiao chose him to fight? Because obviously they saw what he did in the last card and just thought, yeah, this is perfect. But you know what's so mad? It was built up perfectly to a point where for this kind of fight, I would expect the judges to favor Pacquiao, but in this division, again, it's bad.
You got to think, but if Pacquiao, don't get me wrong, if Pacquiao was to, let's just say, if he was to stop Maris Barris, and boy, he's won. But it's just like they're not trying to do a repeat where was it George Foreman when he won the heavyweight belt at mid 40s?
Yeah, because he just came out. Yeah, no, but in George Foreman's defense, and big up to him and rest in peace, he actually did a lot of fights before that that IBF title shot, man. So for me, I think Pacquiao has, you know, made history because he's been out the ring for a long period of time. Then he's coming back to fight a world champion and been able to put in a performance like that. Big up to Pac-Man, man. He's a true legend. Even though he didn't win, he showed his class. And also another legend in Usyk has cemented his name, you know, with greats, man. So a great weekend, cuz, man. So I'm obviously happy to, you know, do these reviews with you. And thank you to the people, man. Obviously, at least the people knew what was going to happen as well in the polls. So we're going to continue to do these kind of polls so that everyone gets involved in the chat, because we want to hear what you have to say. We want to know what your perspective is as well, man. So big up to you. And we're obviously going to do some sort of giveaway soon for the community. So we're obviously going to put a random question out there, and then whoever wins, we're going to, you know, get a tracksuit from our new range at D-Rock, man. So I'm really excited, cuz, man. But before we wrap up the show, I just wanted to say to you, cuz, God bless you. God bless the family. God bless the community. We obviously appreciate each and every one of you guys that's tuned in, that's going to tune in afterwards, that's going to share with your friends, that's going to like, that's going to comment. We appreciate it all, because without you guys, we can't do what we do. So God bless you all. Cuz I'm going to obviously hand it to yourselves, but big up to everyone in the chat, man. Even Alex the Great. Before we wrap up, man, Alex the Great, big up to you yesterday on doing a tremendous, watch along with True Dollar Bill. The block parties are great when Alex the Great is involved, man. So, bro, big up to you, saying it was an amazing weekend of combat sports. Obviously, you did the UFC as well. I hope you have a blessed day. Big up to you. And I've got I enjoy talking boxing and wrestling with you too. Yes, it's true, man. It's true. Hopefully, John Cena wins his next one, man, because I'm liking the last tour, man. But that's a different day, man. Yeah, because tagging you in, man.
Yeah, man. Guys, I've forgotten to say, if you're new to this channel, remember to like, share, and subscribe.
Yeah.
Look, we're grateful for your support. Keep supporting us. We've got something special coming up real soon. We'll keep you posted. Look, just have a lovely, productive week, and we shall see you on Wednesday. Peace and love.
It's another band. All the Muslim cars now, whichever get up. I start my scarred with a sweet one, please. Someone flicks me a bag, so